Yeah, it's really. I mean, Blair Witch. I mean, that's what Blair Witch did back in the day, right? I mean,
Sure.
I mean, that was like sort of that blurring of reality and fiction. I mean, I saw Blair Witch the first day it was released, and didn't know what it was. Me and my girlfriend, now wife, we were in college I think we're freshmen in college, and we were walking by an indie movie theater in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we wanted to watch a movie. It was noon, and we didn't know, like, there was just an indie theater. We didn't exactly know what the movies were. We said, oh, the Blair Witch Project, it had an interesting poster. And so we went and watched that. And, you know, it's hard now in today's context to really understand what that movie was like back then, but found footage wasn't a thing then. It was like we had never seen anything like that before. And we were debating during the movie, is this real? Is it not real? Like, it didn't seem scripted, but at the same time, like, you know, would they, if this was real, would they put it in the movie theater? We were debating during the movie. After the movie, we left, we were still debating it, and we decided to go to the internet for the final arbiter of, you know, what's real and what's not. And when we go to the internet, what do we find? We find a collection of news broadcasts and police reports and all this stuff that made it seem like it was real. And it was the whole, you know, Orson Welles' War of the Worlds thing, just, you know, sort of fast forwarded to that, you know, to the, I guess it was late 90s, when that was really 99, I think, was released. I think
so, yeah.
And so, but it was the blurring between the fiction and reality for like 2 weeks. No one knew if it was real or not, and that's really that conversation, that zeitgeist that it created, is what really made that film so popular. And then, you know, when the people came out in the Video Music Awards, MTV Video Music Awards, then you're like, oh, okay, it's fake. But for 2 weeks, they had everybody fooled. They didn't have people fooled. They just didn't know, you know. And that was the conversation. And so they were like, you know, and they were indie filmmakers. And you have to think back. I mean, you know, the budget of Blair Witch, super small, and they understood the power. They said, we can't outpunch Sony, we can't outpunch Warner Brothers, we can't outpunch these guys. But what we can do is we could leverage the assets of today and the power of audience and the power of the internet to be able to create a conversation, to be able to create a brand equity around the story that ultimately ballooned the brand into something that could outpunch those other folks at the box office. Super cool story, right? And now what's cool today, we have more tools, more opportunities to be able to do that as independent filmmakers. You know, especially when maybe save this for a different question, but especially before financing, right? Like you know, trying to go out and get the money. That's transmedia can be a huge asset for you when you go to actually finance your film. That if you don't understand it, then you know, maybe you don't get financing at all. But if you did understand it, maybe you get the financing or get a larger block of the financing. So.